Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome back to TRICENTIS Tosca automation tutorial. So this is our lesson 7 where I'm going to teach you how to identify the controls by using properties and by using anchor in TRICENTIS Tosca 16. And also how can you create a control group in Tosca 16. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Thank you. Okay, so what is our agenda item? The first agenda item is I'm going to teach you how to identify the controls by using properties, the technical properties of your control. And how can you identify the controls by specific property? And by using a specific property is a default identification method in Tosca. Okay, it's keep in mind that in generally the Tosca identifies all the controls by using properties by default, and you can use unlimited number of properties for identifying your control. So I'm going to show you how can you use multiple properties in identifying the controls, and also use the properties that are necessary and stable. Why? When you are identifying a control, yes, you can actually use multiple properties, n number of properties in identifying the object. But it's not recommended to use lot of properties that slows down your system. So better to use necessary and stable properties only. Okay, and also I'm going to teach you how can you identify the controls by using anchor property. Okay, it's a very useful concept. Okay, generally Tosca looks for an anchor control first and then serves the target control in the relation of the anchor. So what do you mean by anchor control? So let's say I want to identify login button. So I'm going to use a reference of anchor control, probably title of the page or some other object. So I'm going to use that reference as an anchor property or anchor control. So with that reference of your anchor control, I'm going to identify the login link or the login button in the reference of anchor control. Okay, and also I'm going to teach you how to create the control groups. Okay, so all these concepts I'm going to teach you in this session. So now let's jump onto the system and see how can we identify the controls by using properties and by using anchor method. Okay, so this is my latest version of Tosca. Okay, so and I'm actually navigated to modules section. Okay, so I explained about all these sections in my previous videos. I would recommend you guys to visit my previous videos. Okay, so I'm in modules section. Now what is our first agenda is identifying the controls by using properties. Okay, let's see. Okay, right click on modules, click on scan and select application scan. Okay, once you select application scan, it's going to show you all the applications that are open in your desktop. Okay, yeah, so these are all the applications. I need demo web shop and then click on scan. Okay, so we are, as soon as you click on scan, right now I'm in advanced view. Okay, this is my basic view. I already explained about all these advanced and basic views and then what is our scan, right? So I would recommend you guys to go through my previous video. Okay, so here now I would like to add all my this product tabs. Okay, I would like to capture the controls of my product tabs. Okay, let's see how can we do. Okay, there are two ways. Either I can use select on screen method. Okay, or I can directly go to basic view and then keep clicking on these objects. That will add all the objects. See, third, fourth menu, fifth menu, sixth menu, seventh menu. Okay, I think this is something different. Okay, okay, so these are all the controls that I have added. Now I would like to go for the advanced view. Okay, so where are the controls that we added? So if you scroll down, yeah, these are the controls that we added, correct? So, and one more thing is, if you observe, okay, let me see. Okay, so when I click on this control, let me also do one thing. Okay, let me also do one thing. Yeah, okay, so if you see on the page, you have books this way, and there is another categories, right? Categories where you have again books, computers, electronics, apparel, shoes, right? Categories and the product tabs. Okay, so let's assume, let's now if I see the categories, okay, and this is, let's select this as well. So if you see the product called the product categories books is, the selected item is not uniquely identified, not unique. That means this particular books control, the technical properties are matching with some other control technical properties. So that's why this books category is not identified uniquely. Okay, so to make it uniquely identified, you can do one thing. You can actually select multiple technical properties. Let's assume I want to add another technical property called visible. As soon as I select visible, see at the bottom, okay, see at the bottom left corner, now the selected item is not unique. As soon as I select a technical property called visible, then the object will convert, the notification turns into uniquely identified. See at the bottom, okay, I'm clicking on this visible, right side, visible property, done. See, if you see here, the selected item is unique. Okay, this is the way you can uniquely identify your controls by using technical properties. So that means I have almost added 1, 2, 3 tag, inner text and visible. So 3 properties to identify an object or control as a unique. Okay, so that means you can use n number of technical properties to make a control identified uniquely. Okay, and let me tell you one more thing. So this on top here, right, demo web shop login, if you see, this is the title. What is the title of this demo workshop login? The title is, let me show you, the title is demo webshop dot login. If I go to register, then the title will change to register. What? Demo webshop dot register. If I click on shopping cart, then the title will change to, title of the page will change to demo webshop dot cart. Okay, so that means the title keeps changing based on the page where you landed, correct? So to handle this particular object or control, I need to change the property called title. How should it change? I should change the property as, see here, instead of login, I can simply put a star as a regular expression. That means any page will start with demo webshop title and it might have some text. Okay, so let me just because we already changed the page, right? Let me rescan. Okay, I need to rescan again. Okay, scan, let's go to advanced view. Okay, so I'm talking about this, right, this page. See here, I changed, I removed it, I kept star, and then that's it. That means I can uniquely identify the page title like this. And now what we added actually, the all the products. Let's add all the products again. Okay, I'm directly, I can add all the product menu items directly from here also. This is also another way. Okay, this is another way. Okay, so let's see, these are all uniquely identified. Okay, now let's, you can actually, the module name, you can change the module name. I want to change this as demo web shop, demo web shop product tabs, because I'm storing all the product tab links. That's why I'm naming this module as product tabs. Okay, done. Now you can simply finish screen. That will create a module. I explained you about this in earlier session also. So now if you see, we have now created demo web shop product tabs, and if you expand this, you have all the controls that we captured while doing the xscan. Okay, so this way, identifying the controls by using multiple properties or by using any kind of technical properties. Okay, so what is our next agenda? Next agenda is identify the properties by using anchor. Okay, so let's again, let me do one thing, let me create a new module. Okay, click on modules. So let's first okay, yeah, let's be on the same page. Right click, scan application, and then let me do one thing, right click, scan application. Oh sorry, let me first close the scanner here. Okay, we already opened one scanner. So right click, click on scan and application. Okay, so now you need to select the application as usual. Okay, so this is demo web shop. Click on scan, and now I want to add the categories. Okay, instead of this, I want to add the categories. Okay, let's go back to your basic view and then add books, add computers, electronics, apparels and shoes, download, jewelry, and gift card. If you see here, let's go back to advanced also, because if you see in the orange color, that means these objects are not uniquely identified. See, the selected item is not unique, the selected item is not unique. Okay, so let's go back to advanced view. Okay, first. Okay, because all these are highlighted in orange color, that means these objects are not uniquely identified. Okay, now I want to resolve this issue by using anchor. Okay, I want to identify these books, all these controls, by using identify by anchor. If you see on the top, identify by, click on anchor. So first of all, you need to select the control, you need to select the control that you would like to identify by the anchor. Okay, I clicked on this control and then identify by anchor. As soon as you click on identify by anchor, the right side, the identify by anchor pane will be opening. Okay, and before you do that, I need to see some more elements that are not visible on this page, like div, ul, right, or any href tags, right? All these kind of technical properties I would like to see. How can we do that? You need to use the filter here. You have to expand the filter in a such a way that it shows you, see, now apart from books, whatever the links that you are watching on the screen, it shows more technical properties. Okay, so if you see the books, computers, all these links are under the container called ul, under the container called ul. So I would like to use this container as my anchor to identify these links uniquely. Okay, for that, what I'm going to do again, first let's do books. I would like to identify books as an unique control by using anchor. Okay, right click, sorry, identify by anchor, and now you need to select the anchor that you would like to use in related to books. Okay, so this is my anchor, right? Click on this anchor, drag and drop the anchor here, right side. If you see on the right side pane, drag and drop the anchor here. And if you observe clearly, when I drag and drop the anchor, it says the anchor control is not uniquely identified. See, to identify any control by anchored, first of all, the anchor should be uniquely identified. Okay, so if you see, there is an option to make anchor unique. If you see at the bottom, there is a button, make anchor unique, or I can directly select class name so that it makes unique anchor. Okay, let's see, let's make anchor unique. So as soon as I click on this make anchor unique, what it did, it selected inner HTML. And if you see at the bottom now, the selected item is unique. That means now the anchor is unique. Okay, and if you see, the books also now turned onto gray color. That means this is unique. What about computers? Now again computers you have to do same thing, right? Again computers you have to do same thing. Identify by anchor, click on anchor, drag UL and drop here, and done. This is also uniquely identified now. Go to electronics, identify anchor, drag UL container as your anchor. That's it. Apparels and shoes, identify by anchor, drag the anchor control, done. Digital download, identify by anchor, drag the UL container as an anchor control. So digital downloads are uniquely identified. Now jewelry, identify by anchor, drag the anchor control here, done. Now gift cards, right? Last one, drag the UL control as an anchor control, done. So now I can see all the product categories are now uniquely identified. And let me explain one more thing. See, in the anchor control, if you see here, what kind of relative algorithm that Tosca would like to consider in identifying all these categories, that also you can define. There are three types. One is using the relative algorithm called auto, or shortest path, or coordinate. So auto, when you select auto, it actually by default Tosca will use the shortest path. Okay, if shortest path is not worked out, then it uses coordinate. Okay, that is auto. What is shortest path? What shortest path is, first in the tree structure, in the tree of your HTML design, right, it starts identifying the object or the control from the anchor control. Okay, first it searches for the anchor control, and then from anchor control in the tree structure it start identifying your corresponding object or corresponding control in related with the anchor control. Okay, if you use coordinate, right, what it will do, it actually uses the coordinates to identify your control. But these coordinates, if you select these coordinates, what happens, if the screen resolution is changed, then there might be big chances that the control might not be able to find. Okay, so better you select auto or shortest path. Okay, so for all these controls I'm identifying the controls by anchor by using relative algorithm as auto. Okay, so once these controls are selected, and one more thing is, see, you need not to, okay, so I want to add all these controls, you need not to add this, what I can say, the container, right? So that's why I don't want to select, I don't want to select this container. Okay, Okay, I think again it's all got disturbed. Let me just again identify by anchor, and then okay, yeah. So now all are actually uniquely identified. Now what I can do, I can save this. Let me save. Before this, I want to rename this as demo web shop. This time product categories. Okay, product categories, because I'm saving all the links related to product categories. Okay, and then click on finish screen. So what happens, it's going to create, and let's close the scan. It's going to create another module. If you see here, see the new module called product categories. These are all we added by using anchor controls. Correct? Done. Now what is our next agenda? How can you create the control groups? Okay, what do you mean by control groups? Control groups are, if you want to group all the controls based on the type of control. Let's say I want to group all the links as one control group. I want to group all the buttons as one control group. I want to group all text boxes as one control group. Okay, you can do that. How? Let's say these are all actually links, right? I can simply, what links? Product category links. I can simply select all these controls and then right click and click on convert to control group. What is the control group? You can just rename this control group as product categories links, right? So if you expand this now, so all these controls are actually part of product categories links. So this way you can group all of your controls based on the type, I mean whatever the way you want. Okay, or if you want to again remove these control group, right click and convert to separate X module attributes. If you click on this again, now all these are will be separated as normal controls. These are not grouped, right? Okay, hope you all understand the concepts of identify controls by properties. And as I explained you, identify controls by specific properties a default identification method in Tosca. And also I showed you how can we use the properties, multiple properties in identifying the control. And also user properties that are necessary and stable. So basically um, using properties are necessary and stable. So basically we need to use the properties, sir, sorry, so there is a spell mistake. Okay, we need to use the properties that are necessary and stable. You need not to use n a number of properties, because using multiple more properties takes more time in identifying the controls. Okay, and also I showed you how to identify controls by anchor, correct? And also I showed you how to create control groups. Okay, hope you all understand the concepts. If you have any queries, provide your queries in the comment box. I'll try to respond. Thank you.